Good evening, class. I'm Professor Barkle. Tonight I am going to do my speech, my persuasive speech, on about why animals should not be used for experimental testing. There are many things that animals are used for during testing. They could be for cosmetic. Make sure that the makeup that you're putting on your face is safe enough for an animal to have on its face in order for you to wear it. They are also used for medical research. It could be for something such as a new cancer medication or AIDS medication. Could be for many different reasons for medical research. They just pick and choose animals to poke and prod at however they feel. Animals are also used for medical testing. Could be also, kind of the same thing as the medical research for poking and picking at them and taking their blood and putting them through torturous phases so that we could see if what they're going through is good enough for humans. Also vaccines, which sometimes could also benefit the animal as well as the human. For instance, there are vaccinations for rabies, a couple of other things that you could get vaccinated for to protect you from animals. They also test animals to see if products are harmful for human skin or eyes, which this rabbit was subjected to. It had its eyes held open with clips for days to see if shampoo was going to harm it or harm a human being's eyes. In turn, the animal suffered from it. This monkey here was being injected with some type of vaccine. Could have been a new medication to test for another human patient. He's screaming in the terror of the needle. That's exactly how I used to be when I was little, so I totally understand how the monkey feels. Animals do not have rights, according to PETA. The total number of animals tested is unknown at this time. Some of these animals that are tested are kept in captivity for days or weeks or months, however long the test may run. And while they are being kept captive, they could be starving or unable to breathe, bleeding. They could be scabbed and scarred and not able to help themselves because they are being used for testing. Usually they have three categories of testing that they do on animals according to the animal welfare. 95% of animals are not protected, and according to PETA, no experiment is illegal. These animals could be force-fed, burned, poked, scraped. Some of them have their necks broken, they're decapitated, their limbs can be broken, pieces of their skin cut and scraped off to be tested for other types of things, such could be like lotions, medications, as described before. But not only monkeys and mice are being used for animal testing. A big chunk of these are mice or rats, but also guinea pigs, rabbits, birds, carnivores. Some people's farm animals might be tested for organic reasons. Even amphibians and fish. Fish are being tested. Everything is being tested. It's scary and it makes me sad. I'm an animal lover. Animal testing is cruel and inhumane. Some of the drugs that pass through an animal's safety might not be safe for a human. They have very different metabolic and anabolic anatomy between a human and an animal. And also animals suffer just like humans do. Most people these days treat their pet the same way that they would a child. You'll see a dog walking down the street with a coat and shoes on, or they feed their animal the best, highest thing, or take care of their teeth. Animals go to the dentist. There's all kinds of crazy things. There's different ways that testing can be done with the technology that we have these days. Some of those ways would be, to use artificial human skin, just like they did way back when they put an ear on a mouse just to see if it would grow. So what was that mouse supposed to do with a big huge ear on its back after it had grown it? We could also take cell cultures. There's many different ways we could take cells from a human and put them into a petri dish and test for them, genetics and DNA and different types of ways that we could test for medications without using or abusing animals. Sometimes when they test animals and they think that the drug is safe for a human, it could react differently to a human or in a human's body than it would with an animal, and that was proven also a few years back when they tested some animals for this drug that they were giving out, and some pregnant mothers took. The pregnant mothers ended up having birth defects because the amount of thalamoid that the mothers were taking was higher than the amount of thalamoid that the monkeys were taking, which caused serious birth defects and even deaths in some of their children. 92% of drugs that are safe in animals are not safe for humans, according to PETA. Also, there are about 13.4 million cats and dogs put to death every year due to animal testing, along with 19.5 million animals die from research each year. It makes me very sad. Animals don't have rights like humans do, and we shouldn't be able to test on these animals, leaving their feelings hurt just as much as a human's feelings would be hurt. How would you feel if you were burned on your arm and your leg just to see if this burn cream would help you, maybe just a little bit? And you would take the chance to have your body severely burned just to see if the cream worked is amazingly shocking to me, and it breaks my heart. There was some things that I was watching, doing research on this, because I am familiar with animal testing, but it wasn't one of the higher topics that I was, I had a lot of information on. It was kind of my worst topic, which got chosen, which is fine with me, but it just breaks my heart the way that animals are treated. They don't have a voice, they can't speak, but they do have feelings, and it isn't right. And I hope that someday we can do away with the animal testing and let the animals live a happy life like they should, and use our advanced technology that we have these days to test them instead. Thank you. Have a good night.